Rampage kicked off with cold open. This John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita. How do you feel about this match?
Almost as like how I feel with you starting off like that. Cold open. Speaking of cold open.
Yeah, and this was one of those matches where Moxley just got busted open, so you know it was a banger.
I wouldn't call it a banger.
Okay, well then, speak your piece.
Like, it just was like typical Moxley match in my opinion. Like, you expect blood now, but it was Rampage. Like, I didn't want all that on Rampage.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Rampage has sucked for so long that people want Rampage to unsuck.
I want to know who these people are. Because
there's a lot.
I could care less.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who like, because, okay, this is the feeling. AEW is air quotes, superior product, and it should have superior stuff happen on their television. So if Dynamite is quote unquote superior, then also Rampage should be superior. So Rampage shouldn't be a throwaway thing. It should be just as good as Dynamite.
My opinion is still a throwaway. But yeah.
Yes, no, this was definitely a throwaway episode, but a lot of people were like, oh, this is way better, mostly because of the Takeshita match.
Yeah.
And that was like what is literally people tuned in for this match. They base the whole entire show off of this match. And like there was like other stuff on the show, but like people just totally went, all right, this match was great. Okay, the whole Rampage show was great. So that's where people kind of base their whole love of this episode of Rampage.
Gotcha.
Yes. So during the Takeshita Moxley match, in the crowd was Don Callis. And Don Callis has been scouting Takeshita through all of Dark, which no one watched, but like people have been pointing out, yeah, he's been on Dark scouting Takeshita, and Excalibur made the comment, what if he's here to scout Moxley? And it was like, no, he's here for Takeshita. Like, that kind of made me mad, because it was like, dude, like, we all know why he's there.
Same. Like, I got mad as shit.
So Moxley choked out Takeshita, and after that, Hangman said, oh, you wanted to call me out, bitch? Here I am. And Hangman just, pow, punched him in the face. And
Wait.
He said, the funny part, he said something about his stupid braid.
I was just about to point that out. Like, you can't let that go.
No, I was going to get to it because that all leads into this. He said something about his stupid braid. And then Moxley and him had a fight, and Moxley threw Hangman and his stupid brain into the post, and Hangman damn near passed out. So, yeah.
And then Wheeler Yuta looks like, damn, dog, I think you killed him.
Yes. So we have another Hobbs promo where Hobbs is still back home. He's talking about his brother and how he had to clean up blood and all of this stuff. And it's like, I see where the vision is going. And like before I said, I'm down to see him reinvent himself. But to me, it feels like they just keep prolonging it. It should have been like, all right, he should have showed up somewhere like Evil on Ring of Honor or somewhere. He should have just showed up somewhere by now. But like, they just keep prolonging it. Like, okay, we're gonna do another thing. And after a while, those get very boring.
How many days have they been? That's what this is the second one.
This is the third or fourth one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like third, like if it's the fourth one, they should have stopped at the third one and just debuted him.
Yes. So then we have a little thing about it's been Hook's 1 year. Hook has been here for a year. And then Stokely halfway is saying, listen, when he fought Moriarty, his foot was under the rope, so he didn't really tap out. So I think that we deserve to have a rematch. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's a thing.
So he's losing the title?
I don't think so.
No, not the Moriarty, but he's losing it eventually. Now that they're pointing shit out.
Yeah. So then we had Bunny versus Hikaru Shida for the Regina G Wade title. And no one thought Bunny was going to win this, especially because Jamie Hayter was like, yo, I'm going to wrestle whoever the champion is after the match. I don't care who it is. And it's like, yeah, like, why would she face the Bunny? Like, there's no money in Bunny versus Jamie. But there is.
That rhymed.
Yeah, there's money in Bunny versus Hikaru Shida. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Like, not trying to be that guy and be a hater. Jamie hater. But even if that wasn't a thing, like, I still would have not seen Bunny beat Shida.
Yeah. So then we get a backstory that was like an unintentional backstory, but it was there, of Athena and Mercedes Martinez. And the backstory is when they were in Shine together, they had beef. And it's carrying over all these years later. And it made me go, there's a lot of things that can be done with like certain people who have been in the indies before and like clash and then like making a big statement later on. I'm like, that makes sense. Like that, like that's one good thing that like is awesome about AEW, that they like, no, history existed outside of your wrestling, and like here it is. WWE is slowly doing that now, like acknowledging stuff, because they acknowledge a lot of stuff from before, and like this is great. This is great. If they keep doing this, like, then every wrestling will be canon.
I 100% agree with you, but it pissed me off.
Why did it piss you off?
The timing of it. This is the day before of their match. This is when you fucking tell us like they have history and whatever. This should have been like an ongoing thing.
Yeah, no, this it's just this. It's just this, because like they really don't give a fuck about Ring of Honor, and we'll get to that later on. Why they don't give a fuck about Ring of Honor, but like they don't. So then we had Lee Moriarty and Big Bill, not W. Morrissey. His new name is Big Bill.
Yeah, they need to change that ASAP.
Yeah, they beat up two local talent, and Big Bill chokeslammed the guy on the back of his fucking neck. So then we got FTR. They're cutting a promo, and I didn't notice this, but one of my friends pointed this out, and they said, did you pay attention to the way FTR was talking? I was like, no, what do you mean? Just watch that again. So I watched it again. They weren't happy. And it's like, oh, well, they just coming off the AEW tag team title match that they lost. And this person was like, yeah, I don't think it's that. So I'll get into that later. But they finally accepted the Briscoes title match. It's like, oh, okay, wow.
I swear they've been like accepted, but whatever.
Yeah, that's what made it funny. So we get the official Eddie Kingston, and Ortiz says, yo, we're going to take on the House of Black. We're ready for them. Yeah. All right. So that was that. So now we get to the best part of the show. As usual, the best part of the show is the main event.
The main event. Jazz hands.
Which was fucking awesome because of the thing that happened before the main event. Not even the main event itself. It was just the thing that happened before. So, yes, we get Kip Sabian. He's in the back because he's got this new guy that he's supposed to have fight Orange Cassidy. And Orange Cassidy gets ready to do his stick with Mark Henry. Before he could do anything, Danhausen pops up right in front of Mark Henry and starts stealing Mark Henry's stick. And it's just these main event things are so great. Orange Cassidy needs to stay in the main event forever. Like, that's it. Like, there's no way that he shouldn't be in the main event.
At this point, not even like just Orange Cassidy, like everybody from the Best Friends.
Yes. It's just so great. So Orange comes out and he takes on Trent Seven, like I said earlier this week, who has an AEW Mustache Mountain towel. So, yeah, I mean, it looks like he might be staying around for a little while.
Or maybe not.
We'll get to that in a few seconds. Yeah, like, Trent loses to Orange Cassidy. It's like he wasn't going to beat Orange Cassidy for the title. So Kip Sabian gets ran off again, which holds off Kip Sabian until he comes back from injury to face Orange Cassidy. So yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
So that was Rampage. So
okay.
Yeah, so now we get into the battle of the final. And it started off with Jeff Cobb versus Mascarita Dorada, which is formerly known as, I forgot his name in WWE.
Gran Metalik.
Gran Metalik, yeah. So once again, Gran Metalik reminded me of who he was. And I know people are like, oh, you mean he was Gran Metalik? No. Mascarita Dorada from the Best of the Super Juniors tournament for about like 5 years ago. Yeah, like he reminded me how good he was. I was like, oh shit, he's still good. And Jeff Cobb was being Jeff Cobb doing Jeff Cobb things anyway. So Jeff Cobb got the win, and I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So then we get 2.0, the Jericho Jerk-Off Society versus I love this name of this tag team. Like, they're complete nothing, but I love the name of this tag team, the Shinobi Shadow Squad, which is the Great CB, which is Cheeseburger, and Eli Ison.
Okay.
I like it. It's the Shinobi Shadow Squad. It's like, I like that name. It's like, it's pretty cool.
Why do I feel like this is like an old ass video game, like Sega Genesis days or something?
It sounds like it. That's why it's cool.
Yeah.
And of course, 2.0 wins because it sets up them doing stuff later on. But like, yeah, it's like, okay. So then we have Willow Nightingale beating Trish Adora, which was a really good match. And then we had the main event of 0 Hour. It was Top Flight Security versus the Kingdom. Once again, the Kingdom should have been fighting for the tag team championships, but whatever. So we have this match, and Dante and Darius pull off, I think they said it's called the Red Eye. It's called the Red Eye, which is a doomsday device, rope from rope, moonsault from Dante Martin onto the guy on Darius' shoulders. Fucking fantastic. Those kids are amazing.
Yeah. The setup to it was kind of wonky, but the move itself was awesome.
Yes. It was great. It was awesome. So we have the tag team match that opens up the show, which is Rush and Drilistico, which I know people are like, okay, who's that? That is Dragon Lee.
What?
Yeah. That's Dragon Lee, and Dragon Lee is now under Drilistico because that's his name. And it was like, what? Yeah. So, yeah, that's a thing. Because I think I even said it on the podcast, or I said it to Renegade when he showed up at Ring of Honor. I was like, isn't his name Drilistico now? Like, why is he Dragon Lee?
I want to say you said it on both.
Yeah, because it was like very weird to me. Because like I'd heard, because like I don't keep up a lot with Lucha Libre, but I do know some stuff when it happens, and it's like I heard about him changing his name to Dralistico for like legal reasons or something. I'm like, why didn't? I was like, why didn't he just go by Dralistico? And then he was Dragon Lee, and he took the mask off, and like, I was like, oh, okay, I don't know where that's going. And now he's back teaming up with Rush, and they literally go, oh, Dralistico is Rush's brother. And he's keeping it in the family. And it's like, bro, like, everybody knows his brother is Dragon Lee. Like, what do you, like, why did y'all just, like, skip over that point and just say he's formerly known as Dragon Lee? Like, you can even tell in his mask.
No. This is his other dragon brother.
I don't, like, to be honest, I don't think that that's true. I don't think he has another brother, but, like, whatever.
Obviously, I'm joking, but yeah.
No. I got it. Like, I got it, but like, the fuck? But yeah, that's they beat up AR Fox and Blake Christensen.
Yeah.
Like, I liked the match. It wasn't my favorite match of the night, but like, it was up there. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's like. It was up there. So then we had our first title match. The women's title match was Athena versus Mercedes Martinez. They played it up like the whole teacher versus student and all of that. And Mercedes, the whole half of the match, beats the living shit out of Athena. Then Athena just like cheats and comes back and gets the win. And I was like, at first I was shocked for like the first second, was like, oh my god, she won. But then I was like, you know what, Athena moving forward as champion makes sense because like she has a new personality, she's like a new badass. It's like, it kind of makes sense. Let's see where this goes.
Give them something to do. They don't put her on dark.
Yeah. So then we had Swerve in Our Glory versus Shane Taylor Promotions. This was my match of the night. And I know people are like, wait, why is this your match of the night? Like, this is just a regular match. And it's like, no. This is my match of the night because I remember when Shane Taylor and Keith Lee were a tag team.
Me too.
I remember when they were the Pretty Boy Killers. Like, to be honest, when fucking Ian Riccaboni said their names, was like the Pretty Boy Killers, I was like, I literally was sitting there just like, they had a name? Like, that's literally what I would say to my mind. I'm like, they had a name? I remember them going on board with the War Raiders and, like, just beating the shit out of each other. And, like, the thing about it was I think it was Rowe. Rowe trained Keith Lee. And, like, that was, like, their whole beef. Because, like, Rowe was like, yo, we're supposed to be buddies, but, like, you don't fuck with me anymore. Especially after I had my car accident. Like, you don't fuck with me. They had this big beef, and like Shane and Keith were just beating the shit out of everybody. And like when they got to the War Raiders, it was like this big beef, and it was like, oh my god, this shit was so great. And then Keith got signed to WWE, and it was over. It was like, oh, they're done. Yeah. Shane Taylor went to go do his thing. Keith went to go be a megastar. Fine, like all of that happened, and now we have this match where they're on opposite sides, and it's like, to me, it's great. Like I said, I've seen it from the beginning to now, and it's like, I'm excited for this. And as the match is going, Keith hits Shane. So first, I mean, not Shane Strickland, but Swerve Strickland.
To me, Shane in this match.
Yes. I'm going to call him Swerve. He hits Swerve. Swerve goes down. Swerve kind of shakes it off. Was like, all right, I'll fucking forgive you. They got back on the same page, and then right as the climax of the match, Keith accidentally, because JD Griffey moved, punched Swerve right in the face. Swerve goes down. Swerve gets back up. Swerve leaves. Swerve's like, nah, fuck this. So Keith's in there by himself against Shane and JD Griffey. So Shane Taylor goes to hit Keith Lee. Keith moves. Shane Taylor knocks out JD Griffey. It's like, okay. So Keith picks up the win on Shane. He pinned Shane. And he's looking at Swerve, and Swerve's like, nah, fuck you. Swerve's all the way up the ramp. He's leaving. He's like, fuck you. So there was like this little look exchange between Shane and Keith Lee, and it's like, I want them to get back together because I love both of them. But like, yeah, that was my match of the night just because I have like immense history with both of them.
It was good.
Yes. So then we had the Embassy versus Dalton Castle and the boys. Now, I'm upset about this for the trios title of Ring of Honor. I'm upset about this. The reason I'm upset about this is because I love Dalton Castle and the boys. Every time they get the 6-man titles, it's amazing because it gives them something to do. It makes them not just sit around doing nothing. I like that. I like the boys. Like, I'm friends with the boys, so I want them to do good. Like, I want them to be on television, and that's why them having the trios titles was good. It was good. It was like, all right, they're on TV. They're going to be doing something. They were like, nah, we're just going to fuck them and just take the titles off them. I was like, what the fuck for? It didn't even make no goddamn sense. Like, oh, we're going to put it on Embassy. For what? Like, Nana's crew hasn't been built for, like, years. He comes back and takes over Tully Blanchard Promotions. Like, for what? Like, the last time his crew was dope, they got, oh my god, they got fucking fucked by Truth Martini. Like, they got fucked.
Damn, Truth Martini, that's a throwback.
Yeah, like that's when Truth like stole Jay Lethal from Nana because Nana was his manager, and Truth was like, nah, come with me. And then that's when Jay Lethal turned into Jay Lethal, the title winning machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Embassy are now the 6-man champions. So, hooray. So, then we had Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia. This match, it went from like, okay, it's going to build up, because that's how pure titles matches are. It's like, you throw a close fist, oh, you get a warning. You do this, you get a warning. You get a warning, you get a warning. And it builds up over time. It doesn't just happen in like the first 2 minutes. They literally threw out all of the rules that you have to build up in 2 minutes. It literally was like, oh, you got a rope break. All right, you got a rope break. 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 3 rope breaks. Oh, well, now nobody can get the ropes now. And it's like, dog, like, you guys, like, these pure matches are usually built up because, like, people don't usually run through all of the breaks that they get. Like, the rope break, the punch break. Like, nobody gets through them, like, in the very beginning. They just ran through them, and, like, now you just have a regular match. It's like you threw out all the rules that make this thing kind of cool. It's like, the fuck?
You basically said fucking everything, and let's just go for it.
Yeah, and Wheeler Yuta got the title back, which is the 3rd title change on this show. So if you're keeping score, it's the 3rd title change.
Yep.
So we have, through this, we have the Dante Martin and Darius, where it looked like they were about to challenge whoever's going to win the tag team titles. 2.0 came out, start fighting with them. They fought up and down the crowd, blah, blah, blah. It was weird. So then we get to the tag team title match. And it's the Briscoes versus Dax and Cash in a dog collar match. And I already knew it was going to be bloody. Of course it was bloody and violent, and it was like, okay, I see why you guys have tag team, like, these crazy ass tag team matches. Like, I see why they wanted to do another one. It's still good. It's still good. And
fucking bloodbath.
Yes. Even a ref got bloody.
Yep.
So the Briscoes won this match because they choked out Dax. He just passed out. He didn't tap out. He passed out. So they were like, all right, fuck it, ring the bell. And I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. So that brings up the issue of the PWI put out the tag teams of the year. They were like, all right, here's our top blah, blah, blah tag teams of the year. Number one was Usos. Number two was FTR. And the Briscoes was like, I don't even remember where the Briscoes were, but they were on. So FTR like literally made the statement was like, yo, we should be number one. And I agree. They had all the titles this year. They were fucking awesome. They had the best fucking tag team year of their career. Like, I understand the Usos are fucking a great tag team. They're the WWE tag team champions of all, and they're like still running a record. And I understand like they're on TV all the time. Great. FTR had the greatest year of a tag team. They had the greatest tag team year ever. I don't understand how they're not number one.
I'm okay with either one.
I think FTR is like way superior. They deserve to be number one. But here's the thing where I'm upset.
Okay.
Wednesday, there was a chance. There was a chance where Tony Khan could have literally been like, fuck it, we're making history and I'm going to have one of the best tag teams in the world. Just have every tag team title and be one of the greatest symbols of tag team wrestling. No one can ever deny they have every belt. They're one of the greatest. He said, fuck you. I'm not giving you the AEW tag titles. Like, the fuck, why? Like they could have ended the year and literally said, 2022 was our best year ever. We've had all the tag team titles. We're doing amazing. He said no. So we turn around, we go to fucking Final Battle. They're fighting the Briscoes. Oh, at least they're going to have their three. He says no again. Because the Briscoes are now the Ring of Honor tag team champions. And I'm just like, dude, why the fuck are you screwing over FTR? Like, you had this big opportunity to have this one tag team have all the gold and seem like the greatest tag team ever. Like, even if you didn't think that and you thought, oh, what the Bucks are, like, there's no way the FTR is. You could have made it look like FTR was the greatest and then had your Bucks beat them and they could have been, look, they're the greatest. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you literally had the opportunity to make the carve them as legends where it would just look like it would not only be solidified, look great. But he said no. And the reason I bring that up is because I brought it up earlier when I said that they looked mad. I'm not 100% sure that they're going to be around after March.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be around after March. Like, I know that they'll probably not want to go back to WWE, but they even said that they were open to it, but like, for the money, and like, to be honest, like, if the way that people looked at the Usos and was like, because the Usos are on TV and they're on a big spot, they're the tag team of the year, and FTR literally had a better year because they had all the gold, they had some of the greatest tag team matches in the world, and they were looked at as number two, but the Usos were looked at as number one because they were on a bigger platform and being showcased. Then that tells you something about the way that they were presented in their company. There were weeks where FTR was nowhere around. They are the tag team champion, and they're like, nope, we don't give a fuck. And they weren't around. I swear that, like, I am all for them leaving. I'm all for them leaving. I know it will probably hinder them, but I'm all for them leaving because they got shafted. That's how I feel about that.
I feel like you're wrong about one thing, though, right?
What?
The fact that they've been, like, were gone for, like, weeks. I feel like they were gone for months at one point.
They were. And the funny part was, like, they weren't injured. It wasn't like they were injured. And it wasn't like they were wrestling in some other company. Like, they won the AAA tag team titles. They won this, and it was like, bro, what the fuck? Why do they keep getting screwed over?
They were number one contenders for the AEW tag team titles for the longest until they lost them to Sword to Your Glory.
Exactly. They got screwed, and like, I really hope that they leave.
Yeah.
So then we had Samoa Joe versus Juice Robinson, what I thought was going to be like a really quick match. And Juice cut a promo about all these people he beat, and like people didn't notice him. And like one of the names, he's like, "I beat all your AEW people. I beat Cody." And it's like, bro, Cody hasn't been here for a while. What are you like? Why are you bringing him up?
He's an AEW legend.
Okay, but like Juice did show everybody who like hasn't seen Juice since the CJ Parker days. He kind of showed them like what he can really do.
Yeah.
He lost, but I mean, he showed them what he can do.
It wasn't a squash. So.
Yeah. So then we had Jericho versus Claudio Castagnoli. If Claudio loses, he had to join the Jerk-Off Society. And apparently Claudio won with a giant swing. I don't think I've ever seen anybody tap out to a giant swing, but Jericho did. I don't think I've ever seen it.
What did I say about Jericho? I don't know.
It looked great. So Claudio's now the champion, and he's going in the Ring of Honor to their new quote unquote TV deal because they're going back. Honor Club is starting back up for $9.99 a month. You have to pay $9.99 a month to watch Ring of Honor again. And Tony Khan said, "I'm open to a Forbidden Door 2," which, if anybody has been paying attention, which is like a New Japan fan, know that there's a date in January on a Saturday that does look like it should, could, and might be Forbidden Door 2 in Japan. So that's where it was like, oh, maybe that is an actual thing. But yeah, you have to pay $9.99 for Ring of Honor Club to watch Ring of Honor in the new Ring of Honor, whatever this is. And he said, there might also be a TV deal. And I'm not opposed to sending some of my Ring of Honor guys over to New Japan. And it's like, dog, if you didn't buy and kill Ring of Honor, all of that still would have been going on anyway. Like nothing that you're doing is changing anything. Like you haven't changed nothing. You just added them to the AEW thing just because. None of that changed anything.
Didn't do nothing.
At all. So yeah, that's Ring of Honor and Rampage. Let's get over to SmackDown. So it's Fight Night Fillers. So it started out with Sheamus and Butch versus the Usos. And I didn't realize this until it happened, was like, you know, the Usos wrestled twice in 1 week?
Yep.
Like, they defended the titles twice in 1 week, and both matches were pretty good, even though both people were replacement people. Like, yeah, it was like, this was pretty good.
I have a theory, but it's after the SmackDown thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Usos, they had a good match. It was a banger match. They kept the titles against Butch and Sheamus. Like, I mean, to be honest, nobody really thinks that they're going to lose the titles until we get to the big match. But like, yeah, like this was a nice match that was like good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. So then we see Kurt Angle and Gable Steveson, and they meet Braun Strowman Brad, and Braun Strowman Brad's like, "Hi, I'm here." Okay, like, no one really asked. He just said, "Gable Stevens, if you want to wrestle, you should wrestle me." And he's like, "No, that's okay, pal. I don't really want to do that."
I honestly forgot he worked there.
Damn, dude. Like, he had a heart issue, so like, I'm not mad at that. But, like, he had a heart issue, so. So then we get the big announcement that I had known already, that John Cena is coming back to SmackDown at the end of the year. Yay!
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's to set up some WrestleMania stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, that's
So
basically what it's for.
yeah. So then we get L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to do yeah.
No, I thought you was gonna do it. That's why I stopped.
Nah. So he's talking about, yeah, Bray Wyatt, I know it's you. You're full of shit. Because look, this is how I know it's you. Because you was in the shadows that time. And then you was in the shadows over here. So I know it's you. You're the one attacking me. And then like the little message comes up and it's basically saying, how do you know it's me? It could be not me. It could be this guy. And then the LA Knight's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to kick your ass. You ain't going to get me again. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, don't do that.
He's gonna get him next week.
Yes. So they show Legado Fantasma. And in the background, Shotzi Blackheart is getting her hand broken by Shayna and Ronda. And Shayna and Ronda are being interviewed by Megan, and she's like, guys, why did you do it? They're like, did you see us do it? No. But then how could you say we did it? Because you did it. Okay. So Liv and Tegan come up and they're like, dudes, you guys are bad guys. And they're like, shut up. But we know, but shut up. I'm like, well, fight us later on. Okay. All right. That
It was weird.
That was, yeah, it was a weird setup to a match. And it was like, okay, sure. Wow, this is a weird setup to a match. So then we get Legado del Fantasma. They come out because they're about to have a match with the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders are out there. They're fighting Legado. And then all of a sudden, Hit Rose music hits. And we're like, okay, cool. And B-Fab sits in a chair. And we're like, why did you sit in a chair? What happened? Well, the rest of Hit Row attacks Legado and the Viking Raiders. So they beat the shit out of them. Then B-Fab beats Valhalla and throws Valhalla into Zelina Vega and sets up a 6-man for next week. Well, not a 6-man, I mean a 3-way, which is a 3-way 6-man, a 9-person match, I guess?
Yeah. Like 9-person tag?
Yes. So then we have LA Knight. He's going around looking different places, and then he finds a Bray Wyatt shirt. He's like, fuck you. He throws it on the floor. It goes dark. And he pulls out his phone, and he's looking around, and then he sees the mask. And then it just goes dark again. I'm just gonna say this to LA Knight. Don't come to work.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we didn't see him again after that, did we?
Nope. So then we have a Kurt Angle celebration in the back, and his son shows up. Jason Jordan. He gives him the card, says, "Number one dad." Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have a contract signing. Imperium and Ricochet. But the New Day come on and say, hey, we don't want our guy to be alone because we know that Imperium sucks. So they're doing this whole promo with Gunther and Ricochet. And Gunther's talking about pro wrestling. And Vince McMahon is spinning in his grave because he said pro wrestling on TV. So they start beefing, and literally, like, Adam Pearce is there, and he's like, well, you guys want to fight? Get somebody to clean this stuff up. Literally, Gunther picks up the table with one hand, throws it over the thing. Ricochet throws some chairs, and he was like, all right, fuck it, just give me a rough day. Like, that's literally what happened. It went into a 6-man just like that.
The only problem I have with this, and you tell me, because you got good eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell did the trophy disappear to? Because it was right in the fucking corner.
Dude, this is what happened. Soon as he said, get somebody down here, fucking the props guy jumped up on the apron and grabbed the trophy and table in one swoop. Was like, whoop, and it just disappeared. That was it.
Okay.
Like, you can see him in the corner. As soon as he said it, the guy jumped up. Like, he literally jumped up off the steps and was like, he just took that whole thing and moved it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Because I thought we had some MLW shit where we have a stolen trophy for like a year.
Nah, dude took the trophy. Like he just jumped up there, like, you. I was like, damn, dude, you actually took the trophy. What the fuck? So it turns into the 6-man and is going. They keep mentioning that the New Day will be fighting for the NXT tag titles the next night at NXT Deadline. So not NXT, New Day and Ricochet get the win, and it sets up for next week. So then we go back to the party, and American Alpha, they want to get in the party, but the Street Profits show up, and they're like, we can get in the party because we're cool with Kurt and you're not. And they're like, no, we're cool with Kurt. Like, you're not cool with Kurt. Kurt doesn't even like you. But he's my dad. Doesn't matter. Oh, man. So then we get a backstage with the Bloodline, and they're joking about stuff. And Jimmy and Solo leave. And it's just Sammy and Jay. And Sammy and Jay are sitting there. Jay says, Sammy, let me talk to you. He's like, what do you want to talk to me about? What's wrong? He says, next week, Roman's coming back. We're going to have a celebration. I think you need to clean up. And he's like, what do you mean I need to clean up? Yeah, I think you need to cut your hair and shave, because if you're going to be down with us, I think you need to look more Uso. And it's like, okay, why did he want Sammy to shave and stuff? What's happening?
He's going to get fucked up.
I hope not. I hope they stretch this out just a little bit longer.
Me too. Like,
so,
on paper, like it being like a clear thing and whatever, not like a weird swerve, like they're gonna actually kick his ass, which that's actually what I think is gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make him Sammy Uso. Like, it's official.
Yes.
Like, they changed his name after this and everything, you know?
I hope that's the way they go.
Yeah.
And they just move on from there.
Yeah, but like it could be the end, which I hope not.
Yes. So they go back to Rey Mysterio in the trainer's room, and Karrion Kross and Scarlett come in there, and the fucking dude that's working on Rey goes, I need security in here, and he just runs off. And Karrion sits down in a chair, and he tells Rey this story about this horse that needs to be put out the pasture, and Rey's that horse that needs to be put out the pasture. He was in there for a good 5 minutes until security came, and then Karrion Kross left. Like, dog, he could have died.
I was thinking the same thing. He could have got him.
Yeah.
He just like wanted to choose his right time, you know?
Yeah.
TikToks.
So then they show a Tegan Knox promo, because it's about to be Tegan and Liv versus Ronda and Shayna. And they went through Tegan's whole history and like how Tegan was around and she got injured and now she's back, and she was there and then she got fired, but now she's back. And it was like a good little promo to show people that Tegan is Tegan. I was like, okay, cool.
You know what I kind of like now? Like, they acknowledge when people get fired.
Yes. And they showed a Lacey Evans promo. She's crawling in mud. The mission is continuing. And they're just like rehabbing her. So,
okay with it.
Yeah, me too. So then we have the tag match. Shayna and Ronda versus Tegan and Liv. This, like, going into this match, because you like, some of the participants in this match are just like not always having fun. This match, the participants was like, nah, fuck it, I'm having fun. Like, it was good because everybody in the match had fun and they tried. And it was like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
Like, this was so good. And then Raquel Rodriguez came out and distracted Ronda, which, you know, sets up the title match for Royal Rumble. So then we get ready for Kurt Angle's celebration. Kurt's going to the ring and he says, Gable, I want you to come out there with me. We're going to celebrate because it's my birthday or something. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it was. It might have been his birthday. I don't know. So they go out, big party. Then American Alpha comes out and they're like, no, 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 no. They eat his cake and then the milk machine comes out. Gable and Kurt with the milk and they milk down American Alpha and they're done and they celebrate. And yeah, that was it.
Basically.
Yes. So NXT Deadline.
I put that. Say like, what the fuck, red line?
No, Deadline. NXT Deadline. It started off with the Women Iron Survivor Challenge. Roxanne Perez, Zoe Starks, Cora Jade, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell. Dude, I have to start off by saying I give Kiana James a lot of respect because she opened up a lot of eyes, mine's also. And she's actually really good.
100%. Like, she's athletic as shit. Like, I want to see more of her now. So.
Yeah. And Roxanne got the win. She got the 1, 2, 3. So Roxanne Perez is going to be the new number one contender for the women's title.
I'm happy about that.
Yes.
She won like by 3 falls, I want to say also.
Yes, she did. So then we get Isla Dawn versus Alba Fire. And as soon as this match starts, the first thing Renegade says to me was like, dude, isn't that the referee that got sprayed in the face right there? Isn't it him? I was like, yeah, it is. I don't know why he's here. Well, it turns out there was a reason for that. It was funny because in the middle of the match, he just starts spitting up black stuff. And that distracts the referee. And that gives Isla Dawn some opportunity where she can fucking cheat. And she cheats, and she bam! And she knocks out Alba Fire. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win.
Yeah, so it's gonna lead to a second match.
Yeah, I like the fact that it was like a seed that was planted, or a random seed, and it manifested into something. I was like, oh, that's actually fucking dope.
Yeah.
So then we had the New Day versus Pretty Deadly.
Side play chick.
They actually referenced that multiple times. I was like, what the fuck? Like, they referenced that.
Yes, boy.
So this match was really good because, like, I didn't think that the New Day was going to win, but the New Day won. They're now the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Triple count winners, too. This is something I wanted to point out from earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, with this whole historic thing with the Usos and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about the Usos against New Day one more time for all the gold? I could kind of see that.
Okay, listen. If they do it one more time for every title, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And, like, I was bitching about the way Tony Khan, like, messed up that last thing. If this actually turns out to be everybody gets one set of tag titles, yes, I'm all for it. I'm all for the Usos taking the NXT tag titles. If this is one, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mind you, they faced each other like multiple times. People probably tired of it, but it would be the last one, you know?
Yeah, because they just had a match like not too long ago.
Yeah.
But if this is the opportunity to have every belt on one person,
It's perfect.
Yeah, I'm down for this. Yeah. I'm down for this. So then we had Chris Benoit versus Carmelo Hayes, JD McDonough, Joe Gacy, and Axiom. This match, like, the first one was good. The first Iron Survivor match was good. This one was, like, better. I don't know if it was like, oh, it's because like there was different types of competitors in this or what, but this was better. This was better. I love this one.
It was probably the match of like the whole show.
Yeah. And the funny part was like I think the reason it was way better than what the original was because they seen what the women did and was like, okay, this is the first one. Let's do this one and work some stuff. Let's tweak here. Let's tweak here. Let's tweak this. And let's add something here, and make it better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I agree. Like, this actually came off really good. Grayson Waller did something that I wanted somebody to do in the first match because, like, Roxanne had an extra point, and I said it to Renegade. I was like, dude, why didn't she just run away? And Renegade pointed out was like, dude, you know that if she runs away, somebody else can still get a pin and still break her shit. Like, oh, fuck, that's right. Well, that happened here where Grayson Waller had 3, and he made sure nobody else could get a pin and ran around and wasted the last 60 seconds, and that's how he fucking won. Son of a bitch.
Like, he ran, like, behind the commentators, and, like, it was fucking hilarious.
Yes, he did a great job. I loved it. So now Grayson Waller is the number 1 contender. And then we had the main event, which Renegade almost turned off the TV because that match was so good.
Exactly.
So the main event was Apollo Crews versus Braun Breaker. And in the middle of the match, Apollo just starts snapping. Ah! It's like, okay. And we thought he was just going to go crazy. But then he starts beating up Braun. And then 5 seconds later, Braun starts snapping. It was something in the water. They just both snapped. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
It was the fish that they ate when they went fishing.
Probably. So Braun got the win. And he's standing there celebrating. And Grayson Waller hits him with the Waller effect. Or whatever the fuck that finisher is.
I think that's what it's called, actually. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like you're joking, but I actually think that's what it's called.
Oh shit! The Waller, like, well, he hit him with that, and that was it. That's how that ended.
Yep.
And that was it.
Good show.
That was the end of the show. So there's stuff that's going on behind the scenes on Mercedes Bernardo because now. Like, okay, so there's so much, like, misinformation, not information, blankety blank, this is that, this is this, this is that. So what the latest is, there's been a new multiple source going, oh, I can confirm that January 1st, she'll be a free agent. That's why she's doing the New Japan show. And it's like, if she was still tied to WWE would not let her do that. And I'm just like, okay, that sounds correct. But didn't WWE just let Nakamura do something? And then people are like, wait, if you guys actually think WWE is letting her do this, you're insane, you're out of your mind. And I'm like, but they just let Nakamura do this. So, like, I'm not just going, oh, no, WWE's not going to do it, like, letting her do this. It's, like, I don't know where this falls. Like, I'm not 100% going, oh, she's gone from WWE. I'm not. But at the same time, I'm kind of just like, this could be a thing. Because now Meltzer is reporting that she's going to take on Kairi Sane in February in San Diego. And it's like, okay, maybe WWE might let her do that, but we don't, like, until January 4th, we have no idea what's going on. And then there's other people who are saying, I have a feeling she's going to wind up in a Royal Rumble. It's like, it's a lot to take in. And it's like, I'm not just saying there's a no shot that she's going away from WWE. but there's not a zero chance that she's not going to WWE.
It's 50-50 at this point.
It's more of a 60-40 of gone than 50-50 because like there's a lot of little things with her following the trademarks and all of this, and it's like, maybe she might be gone. And like people keep bringing up the whole Saraya having a tag team partner, and her tag team partner could be Mercedes, and it's like, oh, it could be Mercedes, it could be Mercedes Moné, it could be her, and it's like, well, to be honest, like, you have a star like Mercedes, and at the time, like in January, she's going to be even hotter of a star than just a regular star because that's when Mandalorian season 3 comes out. Yeah. So she's all over that show. So it's like not just like some random person. Like it's a star of a Disney hit show, season 3, and you're just gonna throw her on a random Dynamite in LA. And it's like, okay, that would kind of be a little bit weird. But like I said, there's not no chance of her showing up on AEW. And it's like, yeah, she could go over to AEW, but also I don't like the way a lot of the women are treated in AEW. It's like, look at Toni Storm. I love to watch Toni wrestle. She loses the title, she's gone. Like, she's not even there. Like, she hasn't been on for weeks. Like, that show was in the middle of November, and it's like the end of December, Toni Storm hasn't wrestled on AEW television.
Like I feel like she hasn't even been on Dark.
Exactly. She hasn't been anywhere. Like Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho came, disappeared. Athena had to put her stuff on Dark and Rampage, and now she got a title shot on Ring of Honor. And it's like, dude, the way that the women are treated there is like, you have to be the flavor of the month right here. Then after that, you just disappear and go nowhere. Jade Cargill literally has ran through nobody. And she's barely on TV. Like, you get a Jade Cargill promo and you get a Jade Cargill match at least once a month. And it's like, come on, like, Jade should be on my TV every week. Like, I see how, like, some people are positioned, and, like, that's the only reason I'm like, I wouldn't want her on AEW television, because, like, you're not going to have her on television every week. And I know people are like, well, WWE's no better, but if you look at the Raw roster and you see how all of the Raw women are treated, you're like, dog, you cannot even name a person that, like, isn't on the show. You're like, well, Nikki Cross is right there. Well, they have Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is there. Io, Dakota, and like you can name names, and it's not like they're not in the story. Like we even just praised them like the other week was like, dude, they have women's storylines that women aren't working for the title in. Like, there's literally storylines just going. Like even on SmackDown, we have a women's match that's like, it's not even connected to the women's title. Like, fucking Liv and Tegan aren't going for the women's title. They're going for the tag titles, but they still have a feud with Ronda and Shayna for beating up their friend. And
exactly.
It's like, it's not for the title. It's like, and then you also have fucking Raquel Rodriguez beefing with the champion. So it's like, there's multiple things happening. And it's like, on AEW, sometimes it's like all the guys stuff, one women's promos, one women's match, and they're not connected to anything. And then it's just like evaporated, and it's like, okay.
And about the Athena thing, I feel like she got pushed on accident. Because remember, I don't know if it was an Evolution match or a Dark match or whatever, where like he had to kind of go heel in that match.
Yes.
And then ever since she was heel.
Yes, and the thing was, the reason that blew up was because of the internet.
Exactly. Like, so
it wasn't even
if it wasn't for that, she wouldn't be in the position she is at right now. So it's like a Bob Ross happy accident.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was like, and that's why like people go, well, AEW treat their people better. AEW treats their people better. No. Like their women better. And it's like, God, like there's actually no evidence of them treating their women better. And like there's people out there that literally say, well, the women don't draw, the men just want to see, like they just want to see their favorite men wrestlers. And it's like, dude, like I like watching women's wrestling because it's different from the men. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird how people like have this mentality. And like, now that I'm saying it, like, I've said this before, and it's not just because of Mercedes going to AEW, maybe, possibly, air quotes. But it's like, there's no reason for her to go there. Like, there's no reason for her to go there. Like, to be honest, if I was her, I would just be like, fuck it, I'm signing to Stardom. Like, I literally would be like, fuck it, I'm signing to Stardom, and that would be, I lie to you not, that would be the best thing for all of women's wrestling, period. She signs to Stardom and works in Stardom, that's it. Like, there's nothing else you could do. Like, have her against Julia, have her against Tom, have her against fucking Starlight Kid. Dude, not Natsupoi. Like, you can have her against so many people over there. It's like, there's no endless of just great matches that she can have. Like, man, you Iwatani, like that, like, come on, like, you come on, like, her in Stardom, best thing for everybody. AEW, I'm sorry, is not an option. There's like only 2 people I would like her to wrestle in AEW, and to be honest, if those people really were just like, I don't even care, they would go to Stardom. Because I know one of them is already like, yo, can I just go back to Stardom to wrestle for a few weeks? Because, like, I really, care about wrestling,
I wouldn't mind her in AAA. They have lots of talent over there, too.
Okay, AAA, like, all right, AAA is good, but also the thing about Americans accessing AAA in CMLL is very hard.
Yeah.
Because, like, there are a lot of good Spanish women wrestlers, luchadoras, but the problem is the access to luchadoras is really fucking sketchy because they're not on a system where you can see them. They're not everywhere. And then if you put them on a certain thing, you'll get copyright strikes. So it's like, well, shit, like, where the fuck do you find this? You have to go through back channels. Back channels is even worse than back in the day when you had to watch Japanese wrestling through back channels. Like, it's even worse because, like, the Mexican system is very different than Americans and anything else we usually bump into.
Okay.
But, like, I wouldn't mind her going down there either. Like, I would enjoy that, but like I said, the accessibility is harder down there. Because she's been training in Mexico for like months.
Yeah, and like I feel like her style matches like Mexico more, but like if she can't go there,
like she's like January is going to be very interesting for her and her fan base, and somebody kind of alluded to her going to AEW and was saying that there's going to be a lot of fucking headache for the AEW fan base once her community gets over there. And I agree. I agree because, like I said before, there are a lot of toxic people. But, anyway, we've talked for too long about stuff. And do you want to end the podcast?
No, I'm not feeling oozy.